Hey guys, welcome to another What's for Dinner. Don't know how to start these videos, but that's okay. This is going to be a little bit more than a What's for Dinner. I'm also going to talk to you about some other things. Some of it I think I've talked to you about before, but I'm not sure. I think I've talked to you about my YouTube schedule as of right now, which I may be changing some things after the first of the year, but right now I want you to know what you can expect. On Mondays, What's for Dinner. Tuesdays, Bible study, unless I need to cancel it, which I am going to have to cancel Tuesdays because there's some stuff going on that, nothing bad, it's just stuff that we need to get done and Jeff is off work. It's just organizing our house so we can put up our Christmas tree. That's a yearly job. Anyway, that's not all it is, but Jeff and I want to get some stuff done while he's off work. So I won't be doing the Bible study for the 16th. That's the date. Yes, 16th. That's the date it is going to be. So that, and then on Wednesdays we have grocery haul, and on Fridays I have some sort of food related video. It may be a cook with me. It may be a recipe type cooking with me. It may be meal prep. Who knows? It's some type of food related thing. That's what I plan. So. And also, I'm doing a collab with Southern Wife Everyday Life, Tamara. I think it's how she, or Tamara? Is it Tamara? I think it's Tamara. I don't know how to say it exactly because the way it is spelled is not how that my brain wants to say it. So, anyways, I'm doing an open collab she has on the 19th of November and the 17th of December. So, those will be Friday that I know for sure it's going to be a recipe or a cook with me thing. But otherwise, it's just going to be food related. Now, after the first of the year, I'm thinking that I may be adding something to my lineup, but I'm not sure. So, I want to talk to you about that a little bit. And I also want to talk to you about something that I was going to do, but I did not have time to record it on the days that I was cooking. But I just want to talk to you about it because I want to know if you'd be interested in this. So, I'm going to go ahead with my What's for Dinner, what we had. I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about meal planning today. This video is packed with all kind of things that I want to talk to you about. Because I need to get it out of my brain and tell you because I've been thinking about it too much for too long. So first of all, let's go ahead and do the What's for Dinner, and then I will talk about the meal plan, and then I will tell you about what I wanted to do, but I did not get to do it right now, but I want to know if you're interested in it later. Yes, that's the way I'm going to do it. Okay, What's for Dinner? And you will see either a video or a photo of hopefully all of these meals. If not, during editing you will get to see some letters saying whoops. They may not say that, but anyway. Okay, so here's the meal plan. Sunday night we had steak, flavored rice, and green beans. And then as you see on that video, there's a lot of steak there. Don't worry, that was not just for that one night. I promise. You will see. Then the next night we had steak sandwiches from some of that from Monday. And I can't remember what was eaten with that. If it was chips or what. Because honestly, I didn't eat it. I wasn't feeling well. I don't think I ate anything. I think just Jeff and Noah ate that and Selena had something else. I don't remember actually now. Alright, then the next night we had hamburger supreme casserole. This was a new dish to us. I will have a video out for that soon. I have it edited and I've got to finish it uploading and doing all the thumbnail fun things. So that was also from one of my viewers. She had on a What's for Dinner, Norma Jean Sicard. I hope I'm saying your name right. But she had, she always tells me what her meal plan is, and I love it. I love hearing you guys' meal plan. That's why I ask you, what did you guys have for dinner? But she had put it on there, and I was so curious, so I was like, well, that sounds, you know, interesting. So I had inquired about the recipe, and she told me how to get it. So that was one thing. And if you watch the video, you'll know what I thought about it. Kind of while editing, I saw that I was not very elaborate, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, try it. It's good. Anyway, so there's a little sneak peek. The next night we had steak soup from some of that steak we cooked Sunday. So, which with that soup, it was a little too thick to be soup, a little too thin to be stew. So Noah and Jeff called it stoop. Yeah, it was a recipe that I kind of made up. I mean, I just thought about some things I wanted to put in it and threw it in the pot. Literally in the crock pot. So, or slow cooker. And I wrote it down. So sometime, if you guys want to see that, I can reinvent it. And I will be reinventing it for sure because it was good. So anyway, that was the third meal from that steak. And then the next night we had leftovers. Because there was a ton of that. There was, I don't know, I can't remember if my slow cooker is 5 or 6 quarts. But it was full. You'll see. Or you should have seen already. So we had leftovers. And Jeff and Noah actually ate from that another day, just themselves, just those two. Okay, so that was like for a lunch or something, not for a meal for the family. Anyway, Friday night we had hot sandwiches, and you'll only see 3 sandwiches, and they will be pictures. And the reason why you're only seeing 3 is because Jeff was at work. So Noah had a turkey and cheese. I had a ham and cheese, and Selena had like a pizza sub, which on the Hamburger Supreme Casserole video, I showed how I make a pizza sub, but it was not the same night. Selena had that 2 nights this week. So, then on Saturday night, my nephew was here, and all 4 of us, and then Noah had 2 friends over, so we just got frozen pizzas from Aldi, and that's what we had for supper. And I just have a little video of my 2 little pieces because I didn't record the whole thing. I don't know why. We also had not only just pepperoni, we had a supreme pizza too. So, I wanted to tell you guys about which part was next. Meal planning? Yes. Okay. I need to keep this out. I was going to put it up, but I'm going to keep it out. Now, let me talk to you about meal planning. And I know I've talked about this several times. I know I've talked to you guys a lot. But I know there are new people. I know there are people who do not know how I do things. But I'm going to tell you now. This is my meal plan. I am not strict with it. But if it's on here, I know that I have everything I need to cook it. So, my meal plan is my guide. Every week, Jeff and I, or all 4 of us, sit down and we decide what we want for dinner throughout the week. If we need something from the grocery store, we go and purchase it. If we don't, of course we don't. So, and most of the time I try to make things that I can make from home, like shop my pantry first, shop my freezers, and I don't go out and buy things that I don't make a meal plan and then go out and buy stuff. I make a meal plan from what I have at home, and then if I need a little bit of something, like some fresh vegetables to make something, or fresh fruit, or if I need some little something, I do go get that. But most of the time I have everything at home except maybe the fresh stuff, and sometimes I have that. So whenever you make your meal plan, know that this is your guide. This is not your master. You don't have to do it exactly like you have it written down. And I'm going to show you how that I mark things to help me know what I'm doing or how I've used it. Now, if you see, I mean, I know it's not the best, but you can see that things are written on certain days because that's the way this works. It's written on certain days. But if you also look, you can see there's a check mark beside this. Yes, part of my nails are painted, some of them are not. It's okay. I need to redo them. Ignore the flaws. Anyway, if there's a check mark, that means we had that meal. We had it. That meal's not around anymore. There might be leftovers in the refrigerator, but that's as far as it goes. Not saying I can't make it again. Not saying I don't have the supplies to make it again. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be made again this week. Okay, so also, you see the little arrow, and I put swap. I don't always write swap. Sometimes I do. That tells me, okay, we didn't have that meal on Monday. I mean, on Tuesday. We had it on Wednesday. We didn't have that meal on Wednesday. We had it on Tuesday. That way, whenever I tell you guys, that's all that's for. Otherwise, it really doesn't matter. It does work out well if we have leftovers, because then I'll know, okay, this has got to be eaten by this date, or it's got to be gone. Which normally leftovers around here are gone way before they would ever have thought about going bad. Because we make a plan around that, like leftover night or whatever. So, also, you see pork chops. They're circled. We didn't have pork chops this week. You didn't hear me say we had pork chops this week, because we swapped it to leftovers, because we had so many leftovers that it would have been really dumb for me to cook another meal. It would have been wasteful for me to cook another meal. So come up with your own system, or use mine. I don't mind. And make your plan work for you. The circle signifies we didn't eat this. The arrow signifies we swapped that day. The check mark signifies we ate that. So, and I didn't actually mark these two because it's okay though. I can do it now. Done. And we did eat the leftovers, but I don't usually mark leftovers whenever we have that. So I don't usually check it off because it really doesn't matter, because it's leftovers and I'm not cooking it again. Well, technically I am, most likely, if it's something we liked. So that's how I do my meal plan. But I want to tell you right now, meal planning works if you want it to. But it will not work if you don't want it to. You have to not be strict with yourself. Don't make yourself eat something on a day that you really don't want it, unless something's going to go bad. That's a whole different situation. We've never had that happen, because we only take out what we need, like to thaw, and then, you know, stuff like that. So if you have any questions about menu planning, go ahead, leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to answer anything that I can answer. And if I cannot answer, I can try to find the answer to it or direct you to someone who may know the answer. But that's how I meal plan. I sit down with my family. We figure out what we have, what we want from those things we have, and we go from there. So, I think that's all that part that I wanted to tell you about. So, one more thing. Sorry, I had to have a little water. The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the steak that we had. Okay, so here's the situation. Jeff and I went to the grocery store. I don't remember if I did a grocery haul on this or not. If I did, you will see it later, because I know I haven't edited it. Sometimes whenever we go and we just get a small amount, I don't do a haul. I just don't. I could do a haul and add it to other videos, but I just don't do it. If you would like for me to, I could. So let me know if you'd like to see those types of tiny hauls or added to the regular groceries. It rarely happens that we do that, but sometimes we do. We have gotten into the habit that every time we do go into the grocery store, we look at the meat case. The reason why is because meat prices are so high now. And if we find any good deals, if we have the money in our budget, we go ahead and get it. And we have set aside a certain amount of our grocery budget for that. So we went to the grocery store, and I think we needed just milk or something. Not a lot. I can't remember, honestly, on that day. I don't know. Anyway. It's been more than a week ago. Anyway, we went to the grocery store, and Jeff was looking in the meat case, and he found some steak that was still in date. It had about 6 or 7 more days worth of date on it, so it wasn't there long, and it probably was not there. Either it was a misprint, or the guy that did the meat that day just didn't care, or something. And at this grocery store, I do believe that they cut their own. They have a butcher, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't know for sure about all that stuff. I don't know. But this meat that he got steak, and you saw on Monday that was a lot of steak on that table. All of that was like $12 for enough protein, enough beef. And we all know that beef prices are an extreme amount. If you guys have watched my grocery hauls lately, you have seen that I've gotten some deals on chicken and pork, but not any deals on beef. Beef is super expensive, and honestly, beef is one of our favorites. That's what we would like to have most of the time, but we don't eat it all the time. You know that from watching my videos. We did eat a lot of beef this week, and I'm going to try not to say beef too many more times. But we got all of that for $12, and we were going to put some of it in the freezer and just cook some for that Monday night. Or was it Sunday? Sunday night. Sorry. It was a Sunday. Anyway, we were going to cook some of it that Sunday, and then the rest of it we were going to put in the freezer. And then I came up with a bright idea of doing a video. And I said, Jeff, why don't you just grill it all? I said, we haven't made our menu plan yet. Let's just menu plan around that beef and grill it all, and then I will make meals from that the rest of the week for, you know, some of the days. And he said, okay. And I said, I'll do a video on it, because I think that will be a really good video to show how that we stretch our proteins. Well, you will not see that video because life got crazy and I didn't get to record it. I started, but I never got to finish it because it was just, we were too busy. So my question is, would you like to see videos how we take protein of whatever kind and make multiple meals out of it? How we do things like that. If you would like to see that, I can record a few. I know there are a few things that I do that with, and I can do that. Now, I'm going to tell you what we made with that $12 worth of steak. Okay, Sunday night, Jeff grilled it. And our family, he went ahead and put some aside for other meals because we knew that was the plan. Our family ate that night. And then, I had just planned on just having it 2 nights. And I thought, well, I can make a steak soup because I've been wanting, I had been thinking about a new recipe that I wanted to do. I wanted to figure out what my combination, if I would like it or not. So if we would like it, so I said, let's just go ahead and save enough for that soup, and then, you know, the rest of it we'll eat that Sunday night. Sorry, I kicked my desk. And so he was like, okay. So we thought we were going to have 2 meals out of that meat, possibly 3. So we ate that night, and we still had a lot left that we didn't plan on having. All of us seem to have eaten less than what we normally would for that night. And, well, honestly, it just was a lot more than what we thought it was going to be. So I told Jeff, I said, you know, I can make 3 meals out of this one purchase. So we did the steak that one night, steak sandwiches the next night, and then we did the soup stuff, which was so good. And then we had leftovers. So that was 4 meals for us. And which Selena did not eat the soup or the steak sandwiches. So really it was 3 of us. She did eat the steak. It was really 3 of us. But there was enough she could have had some if she wanted it. And the reason why I say that is because Jeff and Noah for lunch ate her share because she didn't want it. So pretty much there was four meals, because the leftover night was the stoop. That's what I'm going to call it, because that's what Noah and Jeff called it. But the leftover night was that. So, I mean, honestly, if you can feed a family of 4 times and nobody leave the table hungry for $12 for your protein, I think that's pretty good. That's $3 a meal. Let's break it down. It might have been $13, but I'm just kind of rounding it. I mean, it might have been, actually, might have been $11. I don't remember. Anyway, so we're going to say 12 divided by 4. It's 4 people, so that's $3 a thing. And then $3 a meal divided by 4 is 75 cents a person for our protein. And I want to know if you guys want to see videos like that and me trying to break it down. I would probably only break down the protein part, but if you would like for me to, I could try to break down the whole entire meals. I will see if I could do that part. But all of us need to be living a little more frugally right now. All of us need to be looking for the sales. All of us need to be trying to help our families to have enough, or, I mean, I know we have enough, but that's right now. We've stocked up for years. We've always stocked up. We've always done things in a way that we don't have to think about it. And I can tell you right now some of the reasons why we do that. One reason, even though Mama never fussed about food, Mama never fussed about, she never seemed to worry about us having enough food for us. And Mama has 8 kids. Not all of us were home at the same time all the time, but still, there's 8 of us. There was always 4 or 5 of us at home until the, well, before there was 4, there was only 3, but anyway, and then the older ones moved out and there was only the younger ones. But anyway, there was always a lot of kids. Mama never fussed about it. Mama never said anything about us not having food or anything like that. But growing up, I didn't know where the food was. Now, I don't know why I didn't know where the food was. We lived in a very small home. So it might have been that Mama was very creative. But I never knew where it was. But I never had to worry about it. But for some reason, whenever I grew up and I was able to have extra, I always did. And I don't know why. There was never any kind of fear of starvation or being hungry at all. So I don't know why that is, other than I never knew where it was at. And I think that might be part of the reason. That and the fact that I hate grocery shopping. So when I do grocery shop, I try to get as much as I can, and if possible, not go back. There was a point in time where I only grocery shopped once a month. there was a point in time where I only went every 2 weeks. And the thing with that is, I stopped doing that because I was doing YouTube. Honestly, that's why. I just started going once a week because it was easier for me to film a haul that was a week's worth, or, you know, 1 week, than it was for a whole month. It took a whole lot less time and stuff like that. And now I like to go once a week because I look for the sales. I look for the deals. I look for the meat that's gonna be 75 cents a person for 4 meals. So I don't mind going once a week now. But I don't really know why that we started prepping or stockpiling or whatever you call it. I know that I'm not hoarding, because hoarding, the definition of a hoarder is someone who can't, you know, they can't control themselves. They do things that it's excessive. We know exactly how much of what we have. It's like we have an inventory. We know how much we have. We know how much we need. We have discovered that whenever we changed things last year, we did get a little bit crazy with it. But on those things that we got a little crazy with, well, I shouldn't say crazy. We purchased too much of certain things, and we figured that out. Trial and error is how you do it. We figured out that we had purchased too much, so we didn't buy anymore. We didn't restock those items. We just kept going with what we had, so nothing would go bad. That's my whole thing. Go with what you have, so nothing, you know, so nothing goes bad, nothing expires, nothing is wasted, because it ain't the time to be wasting nothing. It ain't. So I don't know the exact reason why we do stockpile. We are more of the mentality of keep what you need, keep what you want, so you don't have to think about it. And I know that last year there was a lot of people who didn't have certain things that they wanted or needed. They couldn't find it, or it was very difficult, or there was price gouging and things like that. We were already stockpiled, so we didn't even have to think about it. We didn't have to worry about it. We had what we needed. So I can't pinpoint the exact reason why we stockpile, but we do. So we always have what we need, and that's just how we do things. Cheaper. Also, I buy it on sale, so I don't have to buy full price. That's another reason why I do it. I have a lot of reasons, I guess. I can think of some reasons. But anyway, I don't even know where I was going with all of that. I just want to know if you guys would like to see videos. I know that I can do 2 or 3 of ways that we stretch protein, and I could probably think of some more, but I'm not sure. But how we can make multiple meals from one thing. If you'd be interested, let me know. And I also want to do some videos of other ways we save money with food situation, and also with other things, the way we save money. Like, I've done some, but they're old. I mean, one way is we use cloth napkins. Yes, it costs money to throw them in the washer and for laundry detergent and water and electricity, but it's much cheaper than the napkins we were purchasing. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with all of this. This is 30 minutes already. I feel like I've gone on a rabbit trail. I don't know if I made any sense toward the end when I started talking about how that I didn't understand why I stockpile or whatever. We just do it because honestly, that's the way they used to do it years ago. That's the way people used to live, is they had enough to go for months at a time because they didn't get to go to the grocery store that often. They didn't have one on every street corner like we do. We literally have a grocery store almost everywhere because I live in a big city, but it's not the biggest city here, but it is a bigger city. So anyway, I'm going to go. I hope this made some sense. If not, please let me know and I can try to clarify in the comments down below. And I hope you enjoyed the What's for Dinner. If you did not stay this long, you won't know that I said this, but thank you for staying this long. And I will see you guys next time. Many, many thanks. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you be notified whenever I upload. Leave me a comment. Like I said, I also want to know what you have for dinner this week. And if you do have any kinds of recipes like Norma Jean had, let me know those and my family might try them. And I don't know what else to say other than thank you so much. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels and be sweet.